Hey, what's going on guys? Welcome to another video. It's your boy KNX here for another video, and today we're gonna talk about the radial array technique. It's the second episode of our series Let's Talk About. If you didn't saw the first episode, go check it out. You're gonna learn something new to add to your projects. And now, with no further ado, let's go to Blender and learn this technique. Alright guys, we are here in Blender and ready to start our simple episodes. So first of all, let's talk a little bit about the array modifier. So the array modifier, it's a tool that you can add in this tab, the tab of the modifiers. You can add here the array modifier and you can see that we have already a change. This basically is a modifier that duplicates your mesh, alright guys, in a non-destructive way, alright? So basically I can go over here and put the amount that I want. I can go to the relative offset and change how this will gonna be in my 3D view, alright? And basically this is it, but we have more than one offset. We can use the relative offset, we can use the constant offset or the object offset. So the relative offset and the constant offset are basically the same. They have some changes in between each other, but nothing that we need to talk about, alright? So let's go to the object offset. I'm gonna activate here the panel and you can see that we need an object to play as a factor to our main mesh and to duplicate to duplicate our main mesh. Basically this object will be our factor of how we're gonna duplicate our mesh, alright guys? So basically to do that, it's where we're gonna talk about in the radial array technique. So let's go and talk about the radial array technique. The radial array technique, it's something, or it's a technique that we use to create a mesh or duplicate our mesh in 360 degrees. Alright, so basically for that I'm gonna add here a cylinder. Alright, so with this cylinder we're gonna go and change this. Basically I'm gonna add here a loop. Alright, and you can see now that if I want to extrude all of these faces, I can go and just alt in these faces and I have all selected. But if I want to extrude this one and then I want to extrude everything, I need to go around our cylinder to do that, and it's really time consuming, and it's not really cool to do. It's a really bad workflow. So to do that we're gonna learn the radial array technique. Alright, so basically we're gonna go and I'm gonna click in this face and shift D and P to separate the selection. Alright, and let's hide our cylinder. Now we have one face of our cylinder and we were using a cylinder with 32 vertices. Alright, this is super important to do this technique that we're gonna do right now. So if our cylinder is 32 vertices, alright, we just need to go to our calculator and divide 360 degrees by 32 vertices. Alright, and now we have here the angle that we're gonna use for our object offset. So to create that radial effect, we need to add here an empty plane axis. Alright, I'm gonna use the plane axis. And now what we're gonna do is go over here, add a array modifier, and go and select our object offset, and in the object we're gonna use our empty. Alright, and now we're gonna go to our empty and rotate in the same angle that we have in our calculator. Alright, and now you can see that we have already a change. So basically if I go and bring this count up, and we're gonna have something like this, and this is super easy to do. And if you can see, we only have one face, and I can go over here and I can go and insert this and bring this down and extrude this, and you can see that everything will gonna extrude in the same time. It's a really cool workflow and something that you really probably you need to learn. Alright, there is some tools that do this more fast. One of them it's the hard ops, but to people that use the Blender Vanilla, this is a really cool workflow, and you can go and select our top edge and go and bring this, wait, sorry, and bring this to the middle. And now basically what we can do, it's go over here and add here a weld modifier. Alright, just to don't have that duplicate faces and duplicate vertices. Alright, because you can see here that we have some duplicated vertices right now. Alright, so with the welds we will not have that. Alright guys, so basically is that, and you can go and create some really cool stuff. And this is basically the tutorial. So thanks for watching, and if you like these episodes that I'm uploading to YouTube, and if you like this series, don't forget to give a like and subscribe the channel. Alright guys, so with no further ado, I see you in the next video. Bye guys.